Welcome to Oscar's Bonsai Farm. Haven't done a video for a while. We've been busy with the nursery. A lot of stuff needs to be done. So today we have these juniper squamata holgers. They've got like a blue-grey foliage. They propagate quite well. When they start to grow, they have a lighter tip, but a lot in the yard hasn't at the moment. They're still kind of the blue-grey, but they are growing. They've grown all winter. It's been quite warm, so been quite lucky with the growth this year. So today we're just gonna get these trained up. Got 18 to do, so we'll do a few. So important to get that first little bend in, because they do stiffen up quite a bit. So just using 2mm wire for these guys. Might probably a bit excessive, but you try to get the bends in. That's good. So you can't just be gentle. Just leave that like that. And we just try to bend it as low as possible. You don't have to go too crazy at this stage. Just get them started. Just like that. So it's got just got little bends in it, and that's on its way. So just 2mm wire. Some we might see if we can do 1.5 on some. But it's a good way to start the trees as we propagate a lot. So you just got to be careful going between all the little branches. Leave the wire up like that. So as that grows, I might be able to like wire it a bit more. So I just put my finger there and try and get it over. Not the easiest thing to do. You just got to make sure that you don't do a sharp kink, because that's likely to fail when it grows. And there we go. So you just got to check. That's good there. Yep, so we just, next one. As you see, it's reasonably quick. But it'll make a big difference. Next year these aren't quite a year old. But I think in the nursery, instead of just having all green junipers, just to have something different would be a good thing. Doesn't have to be much, just something. Take all these out. Here's a good one. So if you take cuttings which have got a good tip to start with. They will grow much faster than something like that. You know, this would be a year behind that one, because it was just, we just tried to take as many cuttings whichever way we could, but ideally actually cutting there is what you want, and it will just grow quicker. So these are juniper squamata holger. You don't see them that often, so we've got a few stock plants now that we take cuttings from, and one bonsai that is quite nice, and we'll have that available in November. So you can quite comfortably go up into all this fresh stuff, definitely with shimpakus. Go right up into that if you wanted to. And then, so you say something's got a branch off like this, we'll try and put that on the outside of a bend already. Try to avoid like a corkscrew sort of effect. Sometimes it's not that easy. So we've got a bend in here. That looks a bit sharp actually. We'll just come back a bit. There we go. You just got to be careful of no real 90-degree bends, because otherwise it could just die off. But yeah, so that one like that. And then say 6 months time, we'll wire it again. We'll wire this branch and we'll keep it forming twisted branches and stuff. This one. So I'll just do a few, and I'll speed up the video, and then we'll come back once we're done. Right, so here's an example of two cuttings. This was a nice tip cutting, and as you can see it's extending out really good. This one was just one to get the numbers, and as you can see I can't really do anything with that, and it might really be this time next year when it forms. Like it might form something like Christmas through, but you can see the difference. So if you want to take some good cuttings, make sure it's got a nice healthy tip on it, and they just grow much quicker. So this one I can't really do much with, so he'll just go back out. This guy, as you can see, he's ready to do first bit of shaping. Able to do all these with 1.5mm wire, which is good. We do ash trees, maples, cypress, pines, all like this. So we start to bend them really early, so we get some good stock plants. These most probably won't be available until next year. A little showing size maybe. They're not that common in nurseries over here. Even to put in your garden, like we only see the odd one, we buy them when we see them. So then we can propagate from them. So now you want to get a bend quite as low as possible, sometimes not easy. So you can see we can get that bend there. Make sure it's not the root system. There you go, just do it like that. And that's them all done. We have got more, but they're not at a stage that we can wire them like this. So they'll just sit back out in the yard for another 6 months. Hopefully by Christmas they might have doubled their size. They're quite vigorous. I'll go get the stock plant and I can show you how long the extensions have grown. So this is our stock plant that we take cuttings from. As you can see, that's a lot of growth through winter because it's been so warm. And I think they're quite good, these things. Down in the base it's quite thick for this size tree. I'll take you in for a look. Like it's quite thick for a juniper of this size. So this guy's how just going to let grow. And when you take your cuttings, you want, you know, the tips, because they just grow much faster once they've got roots. And as in back in here will grow as a cutting, but it's not going to be as quick a growth for the year. So, hope you liked the video, and we'll do more of this sort of thing in the future. See ya.